Anita ji and Vikas ji. Welcome to Love Heals Cancer and Zenonco.io. This is a cancer healing journey talk where we invite speakers who have gone through cancer, maybe as a patient, as a caregiver, or as a survivor, and they inspire others who are going through a similar journey. This not only helps them with the treatment, but also motivates and inspires them when they listen to others' journeys. So, thank you so much for giving out your time for this. It is an honor to have you both with us. So, can you please start by talking something about yourself and then continue with your journey through cancer?
Okay, good evening to you and good evening to the entire audience of Zen & Co. Myself, I'm Vikas Ranjan. In my case, this journey started about 18 months ago, just before the lockdown happened. That is on 22nd of March last year when the lockdown happened. Just prior to that, my journey started. So it was my 55th birthday, and but 2 to 3 weeks prior to that, I was having some symptoms. मेरे बाएं हाथ में कुछ थोड़ी सी मुझे दिक्कत हो रही थी, कुछ चीज पकड़ने की दिक्कत हो रही थी, और कभी कोई ग्रिप ठीक अच्छा नहीं आ रहा था. तो मुझे लगा कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. अपनी वाइफ से बात की कि मुझे कुछ इश्यूज आ रहा है, तो शी सेड कि हो सकता है कि सर्वाइकल हो, बिकॉज सर्वाइकल की वजह से भी एट टाइम्स देयर इज अ नमनेस ऑफ द वन ऑफ द हैंड्स. तो हमने 2-3 दिन मैंने उसके बाद कुछ एक्यूप्रेशर का ट्रीटमेंट भी लिया था कि अगर सर्वाइकल है तो उसको उसमें रिलीफ मिल जाएगा. बट उसके 2-3 दिन के बाद मेरी वाइफ ने कहा कि हम क्यों ना जाकर फुल बॉडी चेकअप करवा लेते हैं, बिकॉज ये बॉडी जो हमारी है इट्स लाइक अ मशीन. इस बॉडी के अंदर क्या होता रहता है, मशीन में क्या हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं पता लगता. तो लेट्स डू अ फुल बॉडी चेकअप. तो जब हम फुल बॉडी चेकअप के लिए लोकल हॉस्पिटल में गए, तो वहां पर नॉर्मल प्रोसेस जो स्टार्ट हुआ, बेसिक टेस्ट हुए, और उसके बाद फिर हमने एक डॉक्टर से दूसरे डॉक्टर से तीसरे डॉक्टर के पास जाना शुरू किया. तो जब हम जो भी डॉक्टर के पास जाते थे वो पूछता था आपको कोई सिम्टम्स, कोई दिक्कत, कोई तकलीफ. तो हमने उसको बताया कि जहाँ जहाँ पे कोई दिक्कत तकलीफ थी वो बताई उनको. चाहे फॉर एग्जाम्पल चाहे कोई छोटी दिक्कत की, कभी घुटने में कोई दर्द हो जाती है, या कभी कोई मोशन ठीक से नहीं आती, या कुछ भी जो भी ऐसे माइनर एलिमेंट्स कभी पिछले 6-8 महीने में रहे हों. तो जब हम न्यूरो सर्जरी के पास पहुंचे तो उसको बताया, तो उसने बहुत डिटेल में हमसे उसको कुछ लगा कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. तो उसने मुझे एमआरआई करवाने के लिए कहा. तो एमआरआई करवाई, और उसके बाद ड्यूरिंग द एमआरआई वाइफ और मेरे मदर उसके साथ में गए थे. वो बाहर एमआरआई रूम के बाहर बैठे हुए थे. तो डॉक्टर बीच में उसने एक चक्कर मारा, और प्रॉब्ली जो टेक्नीशियन था उसको कुछ लगा कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. तो उन्होंने डॉक्टर को बुलाया था. तो डॉक्टर ने जाते मेरी वाइफ को मैसेज देके गया कि जाने से पहले मेरे को मिलकर जाना. सो वंस द एमआरआई वाज कंप्लीटेड, तो वी गॉट अ मैसेज कि द डॉक्टर इज वेटिंग फॉर अस इन हिज कैबिन, सो वी मस्ट गो एंड मीट हिम. सो डॉक्टर को मिलकर मेरी वाइफ, तो डॉक्टर को जो शक था वो एमआरआई रिपोर्ट में काफी कुछ क्लियरिफाई हो चुका था, बट वो अभी क्लियरली बता नहीं रहा था. तो उसने कुछ हमको हिंट दिया कि कुछ ऐसे ब्रेन में कोई एक ट्यूमर दिखाई दिया है, बट उसकी एग्जैक्ट जो नेचर है, वो बाकी जो चीज़ है वो कल जब डिटेल रिपोर्ट आ जाएगी रहेगा द नेक्स्ट डे. और तो आप कल तक वेट करिए. बट उसने कहा कि कुछ तो दिक्कत है, तो वी विल ट्राई एंड फाइंड आउट. एंड ऑफ कोर्स थोड़ा सा वो काइंड ऑफ एक सांत्वना देने की कोशिश की. आजकल हर चीज का ट्रीटमेंट है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आप चिंता. बट देयर इज सम इशू. ठीक है, हम टेकन अबैक कि जिंदगी इतनी बढ़िया चल रही थी, सब कुछ ठीक ठाक था, ये क्या हो गया, ये जो भी दिक्कत आई है क्या है. एंड वी वर टोटली, आई वुड से almost broken down. And
that was the time when the doctor said that you will not drive henceforth. So he asked me कि आपको ड्राइविंग आती है. I said हाँ मुझे ड्राइविंग आती है. So फिर घर भी आप ही ड्राइव करके जाएंगे. अब आज से आपके हस्बैंड ड्राइव नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज ही नीड्स टू टेक केयर, एंड ही हैड गिवन अस सम हिंट आल्सो, immediate surgery is the only option. So we were like, what? I mean, like brain surgery, it's not an easy task. But he said, that's what it is. It is there and you need to get operated. But then we asked him, like, how early? So there he said, as soon as possible. So we were like, what? I mean, all of a sudden we are coming to hospital for a full body checkup and we land up into something very dangerous. But that was it. So we came back home, sat down, एंड आई थिंक उसके बाद हमने पता नहीं कितने डॉक्टर कंसल्ट किया कि शायद कोई डॉक्टर हमें कुछ पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस दे कि एवरीथिंग इज ओके, बट देन एवरीवन सेड नो, सर्जरी इज इनएविटेबल एंड यू नीड टू गेट ऑपरेटेड बाय अ गुड सर्जन.
डॉक्टर्स ने बता दिया था कि ये जीपीएम है और ये जीपीएम की फुल फॉर्म होती है ग्लायोब्लास्टोमा, जो कि एक ब्रेन ट्यूमर होता है और उसे वन ऑफ द मोस्ट एग्रेसिव काइंड ऑफ ट्यूमर है जो कि ब्रेन में ही होता है. तो नेक्स्ट से हमने सर्जन से भी बात किया, तो सर्जन कहता कि एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल, और जितनी जल्दी कराएंगे उतना अच्छा होगा, उतनी कम प्रॉब्लम्स होगी मेरे लिए और सर्जन के लिए. उसके बाद हमने बातचीत की लोकल डॉक्टर से और देन वी डिसाइडेड कि पीजीआई जो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल एजुकेशन एंड रिसर्च है चंडीगढ़ में, वन ऑफ द लीडिंग हॉस्पिटल्स, हमने किया कि सर्जरी करवाएंगे. लकीली हमको अच्छे सर्जन की डेट भी जल्दी से मिल गई और वहाँ पे सर्जरी करवाई. एंड जो सर्जन्स थे दे क्लेम्ड कि उन्होंने दे हैव बीन एबल टू रिमूव ऑलमोस्ट.
I just want to interrupt here. 3rd March was his birthday and the diagnosis happened on 4th March. So because birthday date, I did not allow him to go to the hospital. I said birthday wale din next day ki appointment lete hain. So we went on 4th and diagnosis was done on 4th itself, and 9th March he was admitted in PGI for getting the surgery done. He was admitted in PGI, and 12th March, like everything happened so quick and so fast, and 12th March luckily we got the appointment of the one of the renowned doctors here, who was moving out of country, but he took our case. Was good enough, like he did that justice to the surgery, and 12th March he got operated upon, and by 16th March, since he was very stable talking, and though the doctors had prepared us, बहुत अच्छी तरह से प्रिपेयर किया था कि सर्जरी के बाद कुछ भी हो सकता है, he can be paralytic, anything can happen, his left side can be completely paralyzed, कुछ भी हो सकता है. So be mentally prepared, and it is a dangerous tumor which you are dealing with, but we will try to extract maximum. So उन्होंने हमें जब सर्जरी के बाद बताया, डॉक्टर से बात हुई, तो उन्होंने ये कहा कि अराउंड ऑलमोस्ट 80 to 85% हम ट्यूमर निकाल चुके हैं, and we've been successful enough. And he took the surgery very nicely. So 16 from the hospital and COVID happened. So we were at home. I was there with him all the time. Though I'm a working lady, but I was there to support him. And then the journey started of the treatment, post-treatments, radiation, chemotherapies. So initially, his body was not able to take the chemotherapy.
I'll just interrupt here. The first jhatka of that, how the journey is going to be, was realized within about 3 to 4 days after I came back home. As a result of the anesthesia during the surgery, I had a severe constipation. And on the on the 3rd or the 4th day after the home, I almost fainted in the washroom because I had to put so much of pressure to pass out. So everybody was brain surgery and a person fainting. So सब घर में बहुत घबरा गए थे. But then the way out, Anima, I moved to the hospital, another local hospital, took Anima, and then I started थोड़ी सी जिसको बोलते हैं ना कि वो जो असलियत थी वो थोड़ी सी रियलाइजेशन होनी शुरू हुई कि भैया ये जो चीज अब आप हैंडल कर रहे हो ये इतना सिंपल नहीं था कि आपको डायग्नोसिस हुआ, सर्जरी हो गई और आप घर आ गए. अभी तो इस शुरुआत हुई है कि आपको इतनी
till that time we had not realized that we are dealing with cancer. we just thought it's a tumor and it's out and life is going to be normal. But then as we started, venturing into it, doctor se jab baat hoti thi, main jati thi doctor se milne. Obviously because of COVID he was not going. I was the one who was going and meeting the doctors at PGI इनकी chemotherapy इसलिए क्योंकि वो oral tablets to go every time to talk about his blood counts and इनके सारे measures and medicine लेनी है, कैसे लेना है पूरा समझने के लिए. तो डॉक्टर मेंटली प्रिपेयर करते थे कि बी प्रिपेयर्ड. हर बार यही बोलते थे बी प्रिपेयर्ड. सो आई वाज लाइक, what are they talking about as doctors? I mean, like, what be prepared for? We fight.
Manvi, can we stop here for a minute? Because I'm getting a call from the office. Can I take
Yeah,
that
sure.
call?
Yeah.
We'll just stop the recording here.
Yeah, so we were talking about our journey. What happened was that after the first radiation and 2 cycles of chemotherapy, since his blood counts were dropping drastically and every time platelets बहुत drop हो जाते थे, तो PGI doctors, because of COVID, they got very panicky and they said they stopped the treatment all of a sudden, and they said, sorry, we cannot give you any further treatment. And I was like, what? So the lady doctor there, the radiologist, radio oncologist, she was like quite nasty, and she told me, ki, you know what it is. You are dealing with a very difficult tumor. So क्या आपको पता नहीं है क्या है ये? So treatment का कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला है. We are sorry. So I said, are you out of your mind? I mean, like, what are you telling me? All of a sudden, being a doctor, you're just telling me that you're not giving treatment to a patient. She says, कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला treatment का. Sorry. And इनको he is not accepting the chemotherapy. उनको सूट नहीं कर रही है, उनकी बॉडी ले ही नहीं रही है, तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? Thank you so much. And she closed the file and she gave me the file and she says, thank you. And I was looking at, zapped at her face that, I mean, like, what a way of, shutting the doors to a patient rather than giving hope. So I came out and I called up my son and I told him that beta aisa ho gaya ki doctors yahan to refuse kar rahe hain treatment dene ke liye. So my son said, don't worry mama, we have so many doctors in and around, so we will get back to some good doctor and treatment to hum denge hi denge, we have to fight it out. So then we tried to search again. Our journey started again, researching and searching for a good doctor again who could treat him. So we found one other doctor who had a private hospital, and he was operating in his private hospital, Cancer Care Hospital. So we consulted him and he took the case very beautifully. And the journey and the chemotherapy started again. Like, we continued with the therapies. After 6, and he used to manage his blood counts very beautifully. I mean, like, he used to always say, don't worry, he's a strong man. Even if his blood counts are dropping, that within 2-3 days apne aap bounce back bhi ho jata hai. Platelets 20,000 tak gaye hain, but then next 2-3 days mein apne aap jump karke 40 to 1 lakh ho jate the. He says, aapko jo pata hai ye process hai, to fir don't get panicky. Panic nahi hona bilkul bhi, just play cool. So we carried on with the chemotherapies, and by November we finished off with the 6 cycles, mandatory 6 cycles of chemotherapy, and then he was supposed to go for an MRI. So there, when we went for a revisit MRI, we came to know that there were small 2 lesions which had occurred, which were of a very small size, but they said that that can be cured not through chemotherapy but focused radiation. And that is where, yes, but now in this journey, he was totally demotivated. He's been an army officer fighting the enemies at the border, but then he was part of Kargil war as well. So I've been always telling him as a caregiver that I want to see my Fauji. You have to be a fighter, you can't give up. Because for him, it was a very big turmoil. Such a strong, healthy person, all of a sudden heaven's falling on us, and especially on him, his body was not able to take the turmoil of the chemotherapies, and then all that negativity with which chemotherapy is given to a person. So me, my son, we kept motivating. In fact, we've gone to that an extent to tell him that even if you're getting one day, just enjoy that day and live that day to full extent. Till date also, I keep telling him this, that even if you get just today's your last day, just enjoy it to that an extent that you don't regret after going from this world that I did not enjoy. So that has been my policy, and my children, both my children, I have a daughter and a son who have been supportive. They are, I think they are better caregivers than me, because they are the ones who've been there with in the complete journey. And we were introduced to Zen Onco by one of his friends who just said that यार तो इतना demotivate हो जाता है, इतना तेरे gut counts drop हो जाते हैं, you must start listening to some positive people. And the world is full of people who have a lot of positive thoughts. And that time I think पुष्कर जी की टॉक थी संडे को, तो उन्होंने कहा कि यू मस्ट लिसन टू पुष्कर जी, एक बार सुन तो तुझे बहुत मजा आएगा. So he was listening and I was overhearing. I said, yeah, wow, this banda, he talks so well. I mean, it's so amazing. So I also started listening, and then that is the time when he joined Zen Onco, and I think it was in the month of April or May. I mean, like after his surgery, it was not too late, but I think by month of May, he joined Zen Onco. And then Pushkar also gave separately, we booked an appointment with him. He had a word, and we shared with him that how doctors had said that you've got just 2 months, सर्जरी कराओगे तो 9 months, सर्जरी नहीं कराओगे तो सिर्फ 2 months है आपके पास, प्लान अप कर लो. 2 months बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं, अपने पीछे वालों के लिए जो आपको काम करने है वो कर लो. That doctor was so idiotic to say such things. But then on his face, we were not in a position to tell him, because we did not know what is the enemy, what kind of enemy are we fighting. But मन में ठान ली थी कि हारना नहीं है, जीतना है, और हर हाल में जीतना है. So it's been 1 year and 4 months that we are still fighting. And thanks to Pushkar ji, उन्होंने कहा था पत्थर मैं मार के उस, I still remember his word. He says 50 गालियां दे के उस हॉस्पिटल के बाहर खड़ा कर, जोर से पत्थर मार के उसको, ताकि तेरे अंदर की जो भड़ास है, जो उसने गलत चीज बोली तुम्हें, और it is hurting you so much that telling a person that you're going to die in 2 months is something which kills a person then and there. And it was difficult to get him out of the whole thing. But then yes, God, with God's grace, God has been always blessed us, and he's been there for us, a true belief in God, and the family members to support, friends who were always there with us, praying for us. So things have really been materialistic. And yes, of course, a big help from Zen Onco, because that is where the actual journey started, where we came to know about the different therapies which we could have given him. First one was the nutrition, because he started reading a lot about the other things, how to go about the diet part, क्या चीज खानी चाहिए, क्या चीज नहीं खानी चाहिए, what is anti-cancerous food, what promotes, helps the cancer cells to grow. So when he started reading, he was like getting too calculative, and every day he used to tell me, "तू ये क्यों दे रही है मुझे खाने के लिए, ये क्यों बना रही है?" And I used to get zapped. I said, "You please give me a list, I mean, like, it's so difficult for me also to cook for you, because every day you change your philosophies and you tell me ये नहीं खाना, वो नहीं खाना. मतलब how do I take in?" So that is where we consulted Dimple ma'am, and we asked her कि कोई nutritionist है तो बताओ, please help चाहिए, because we need to understand how to go about the diet. And plus his blood counts was definitely a big mark of tension for us every time. So Dimple ma'am introduced us to the Zen Onco nutritionist, getting Poonam Vaswani ma'am. She was really good, very helpful. She made a wonderful diet chart for him. All the do's and don'ts were very well explained by her, and that was it. Till date we are point blank we are following it. And yes, the journey has, I think the diet plays a very important role. पता नहीं था कि इतनी सारी चीजें हैं जो कैंसर सेल्स को ग्रो करने में हेल्प करती हैं, बट अब with being there, knowing it, going off, absolutely off wheat. Starting में बहुत confusion हुआ कि wheat नहीं खाएंगे, चावल नहीं खाएंगे तो क्या खाएंगे, मतलब what is it going to eat? So, but then we were given all options, and luckily he's developed a taste to eat all those millets and ragi, bajra, सब कुछ खा रहे हैं, quinoa. So he started enjoying, and then I tried a lot of innovations when I cooked food for him. So when we went for his second slot of stereotactic radiation, that is the time I just ventured out in the market, and my brother stays there. So I told him कि I know Bombay is, Mumbai is some place where you would get some, would be some shop would be there who would be catering to the needs of a cancer patient. So we searched on the net, yeah, and we found a shop where we got all the foodies and all the goodies for the cancer patient, which were zero carbs. So I bought a lot of things when I was coming back to Chandigarh. So like pastas made of ragi, pastas made up of quinoa. So he got a variation in his taste rather than eating just rotis every day and millets every day. So that part has been taken care of very beautifully. And yes, all the speakers on Zen Onco have been always very, very motivating. And it every time we hear them, it boosts up our morale. And we are here to fight it out and still fighting and going great. There are days when we are low, but with God's grace and with the support of everyone, I think we are sustaining and we are able to fight it out. And I just want to tell each one of the people who are suffering, it's not actually a suffering, it makes you live absolutely a different life, more spiritual. We never realized the importance of spirituality. We used to never remember God. We were so busy in our own lives, bhag rahe hain race mein, rat race mein. But then we started realizing that yes, God is eternal source, and we have to start praying. So we became more connected. Anything else you would like to know?
Definitely. Actually, cancer is a journey which teaches you many things, right? So you talked about his treatment and everything. So may I know what exactly is he undergoing as a treatment right now?
So right now he is on with his chemotherapies only, which are now intravenous. Every 14 days he has to take, like, first cycle of chemotherapies were the oral medicines, temolizumab. But then thereafter, once we went to Mumbai and we took the radiation, the stereotactic radiation, the focused radiation on those 2 lesions which had occurred. So after that, they told us that you will have to continue with Avastin, with irinotecan. So we've come back here in Chandigarh, and the local hospital here is supporting us, and we are taking that chemotherapy, which is of Avastin and irinotecan. And every 14 days we have to take him to the hospital and it's a daycare medicine, and he's still continuing. He's already finished, I think, I would say 1 cycle 6 plus 1 more. Now we're on with the second cycle of Avastin. So, and the doctors there have said that yes, I mean, like, since and we had a repeat MRI in the month of May. So there again, 2 small lesions, just 1 mm. They were there, which the doctor said, and the ones which were there in the month of November, they have reduced substantially to quite an extent, which is a very positive sign. But there are 1 or 2 which have, because it's GBM, so it's going to come back. We know it's going to come back. In our hearts of hearts, we know it's going to come back, but we are prepared for it and we are fighting it out. And so the medicine is supporting him in that manner that probably it's not allowing the tumor to grow. That's what I can feel. And it's just supporting him as far as, but then yes, so many chemos are taking a toll on his health. His mood swings at times becomes very, beyond our control also. And then we also, then there are times, when I also go in my nutshell that, okay, enough, it's enough now. I mean, I am not able to take it. But then I know he's going through a lot. My children also know that he's going through a lot. We all have understood that, what the caregivers need to understand is we have to understand the perspective of the cancer patient. That's very important. We should put ourselves in that person's shoe. And when that person is in negative zone or feeling let down or not responding the way you want him or her to respond, that is the time your role as a caregiver, it actually is very, very important. And you have to continue to stay positive. You have to continue to have that smile on your face, that whatever may come, we are going to support and we are going to smile and we are going to live. We are living. And we keep telling him, COVID has taught us, there is no life. Everyone is on that tip of the iceberg. Anybody, any day can conk off. So we keep telling him, you never know, hum hi aapse pehle chale jaye. So please, let's live the life as it is coming to us. So that has given us a lot of, I would say COVID also has been a boon. Like me, if you ask me personally, I was there with him throughout this 1.5 years. I was able to give him that time. Of course, work-life culture is gone for a 6 when it comes to the online virtual working. But then I'm able to manage and I'm able to balance it out. He is balanced. He's still working. There are days when after his chemo, when he comes back home, he's so dead tired and he's like, his body is throwing back. And that is the time when he says, I want to resign. So I pat him up and say, okay, fine, resign. It's perfectly fine. I mean, if you don't want to work, it's okay. Don't work. But understand you are healthy and you are able to work. And yes, most important thing here, I think I missed this out, that after the surgery, he's been blessed that, touch wood, with God's grace, he didn't have any kind of deformity, no paralytic attack, no deformity, only little bit left hand is, the power in the right hand and the power in the left hand. There is an iota of difference in both of them, which he had earlier also. So it's not a very big change even after undergoing such a huge brain surgery. So he's been blessed that way, that we keep telling him that, see your blessings. You must count your blessings that you did not get paralytic, you did not get affected by the surgery. People after doing a brain surgery, your complete left side, left parietal was opened like a cap, and he got 72 stitches on his, like it was a horseshoe stitch, starting from his ear to complete till back of his head. There were 72 stitches, staples rather, not stitches. So that was, like something very scary for us. But then, yes, that was it. But yes, God's grace has been always there. He could sail through. And we've come here, we've reached here. Now, recently, Dimple ma'am told us about CBD. So this is the time when it's been, I think, 15 days that he's on with CBD oil. So it's too early to say how it is affecting him, but after the chemotherapy, I've realized that he used to throw back, a lot of vomiting and a lot of discomfort used to be there. That has reduced substantially after the CBD oil treatment. So right now he's on with chemotherapies, which as per the doctor is going to continue till his lifetime. Till such time life is there, he will have to take in. He being suffering from GBM, we are not in a mood to try any other alternative. I mean, like people have been telling us, there are Ayurvedic treatments, there are proton therapy, there are so many, and I read on Zenonco also, but then somehow, leaving this line of treatment and going absolutely to a different treatment, till such time we don't get to know from someone that it is actually effective. It's very scary to shift to another therapy. So he's still on with allopathy, and we're supporting him with the CBD oil. But yes, of course, lot of coconut water, lots and lots of juicy fruits. Then, I've been on with Poonam ma'am, and I keep asking, my husband is the one who keeps asking her questions every time on WhatsApp. Then, ma'am, ye lu, ye nahi lu. And she's been kind enough, she always replies. So we've tried our level best, and thanks to God.
That's actually some really great tips that you just gave about the diet and how you have managed his lifestyle, because obviously it's going to affect him in some or the other way, but it's good that there is a line of treatment that is effective on him and it's giving good results. So that's good. So just a question from you, particularly as a caregiver. You said that there are days when he has his mood swings and you have to manage that. So how do you keep yourself positive all the time? Because if you get low, it impacts the patient as well. So how do you manage it?
I would say that I have my punching bags, my son and my daughter. So I just move out of his room and I too take my breakdown sessions. because it's very important. In that let go part is very, very important. So my daughter is, luckily we got her married in the month of April, and he did all the ceremonies with his own hands. That was my wish and his wish, of course. So she's happily married and staying in Pune. So she's my punching bag. So whenever I feel low, my son, sends a call to her, ki mama is down today. So immediately she calls up, and then I pour my heart out to her, and she listens. She has been a patient listener. And then I pour my heart out, kya jaisa hua, ye hua, wo hua. And she says, okay, mama, carry on, And then I cry and cry for almost half an hour, 1 hour. And then after that, I, let go, and I come back. Here, what is important is, all our family members knowing his, it's not about me alone, it's about the whole family as well. We are still living in a joint family. So his mom, his dad, his brother, all of them, the most important thing is they've understood. Each one of us have accepted. So once the acceptance comes, it, leads you, it takes you to a different journey. Acceptance is very important. So we have accepted that the fact that today he's there, maybe tomorrow he's not there. We have come to that acceptance level. So we are living each day as it is coming. We are not looking at future. We are not planning things for future. Last 2 days, in fact, when we were waiting for your call on Sunday, last 2 days also, he was like in totally terrible mood, and he was not in a mood to talk. So today morning only I told him, you have wasted my 2 days of my life. 2 days you made me cry, and I wasted my 2 days. So he's like, what? I said, yeah, you were not talking to me properly. You should have spoken to me properly. He says, I was talking to you. I said, what kind of talking? Ask everyone around the house. You were not even talking. You were in your own world and throwing all kind of tantrums. So he says, acha, maine aisa kiya hai. At times he doesn't even remember what he's doing. So we have accepted that part also, that it's beyond his control. So there are times when his body is, giving that kind of jerks. That is the time when we all accept it's okay. Each one of us, we tell each other, it's okay. He's going through a lot. Let's give him those. And we try to send a lot of blessings to him. And whatever he may say, हम उसको कभी contradict नहीं करते. अगर गलत गंदा मूड है तो हम उनको ये नहीं बोलते कि बी पॉजिटिव. ये बहुत जरूरी है. होता क्या है कि सारे लोग मिलके ना ज्ञान देना शुरू कर देते हैं. ऑल ऑफ अ सडन सब लोग बोलना शुरू कर देते हैं, बी पॉजिटिव, स्टे हैप्पी, अच्छी अच्छी बातें सोचो, कुछ नहीं है, कैंसर के बारे में बात मत करो. I say that why not, face it. Let's talk about it. The more we talk about it, the more solutions we will get. And there are people around the world who are suffering with this. And yes, when Dimple ma'am told about CBD oil, it took 1 month to convince him to take the CBD oil. It was lying there in front of him, but every day I used to ask him, CBD oil lena hai? He used to say, nahi lena. Kyun nahi lena? Mujhe after effects ka pata nahi hai. So he did not agree. It was there when I spoke to Dimple ma'am, ki ma'am, mujhe samjhao, he's not ready to take it. It's going to help him out, but he's not ready to take it. What should I do? She says, ma'am, keep trying. I kept trying, motivating him. My brother-in-law also kept trying, bhaiya le lo, kuch nahi hoga, we are there to support you. But he was not ready. So that is where we came to know about Saroj ma'am, Saroj Chauhan, who lives in Himachal, and she makes her own CBD oil. So we came to know of her. So we had a long session with her. We had a word with her. She supported him a lot, and she, pushed him ki lena hi lena hai. It's Sanjeevni Booty, aap lo, aapke liye bahut zaruri hai. So that was the day, that was 9th of June, when he actually started taking after her call. So there are people who have come in our life, who have been supporting, who are there for us. And yes, thanks to Zen Onco for introducing us to such wonderful people, and we've understood that life is very big. Life is great. And for all the caregivers, it's very important that you accept. And that is how you will be able to help the person who is in need. Ajo, he's back after his meeting.
Sorry, Dari, I'm so sorry.
That's totally okay. So Yeah, that's actually right. That being a caregiver, you have to go through some things, but then you can pour out your heart in front of someone who is listening, and then it all gets fine.
Yeah, but there also, you should know whom to pour your heart out to,
Definitely.
because the
Yeah.
person who's on the listening part should not be the one who's trying to give you, motivational talks that time. When you are in your lows, the other person should be only a listener and just listen. So I have my two. I told you I have my two punching bags. So I just tell them, चुपचाप सुनो, बोलना कुछ नहीं है, तुमने सिर्फ मुझे सुनो और मुझे निकालने दो. So they are there, they listen and हाँ जी करते रहते हैं दोनों, और मैं खूब निकाल देती हूँ अपना, and then I'm back with my smile with him, and he doesn't even come to know. अभी बैठे हैं सामने, शायद पता लग जाएगा when I'm talking to you, but he doesn't know.
That's great. That's actually very good that you both keep yourself very positive all the time. It's very important. So just lastly, what would be
Yeah.
your message for all the people who are going through a journey like yours right now? So what message would you give them?
First message is do not search on Google, because Google says ki in my case the median life is, and that's about the one of the doctors whom we met immediately after it got diagnosed. He also said your median life is 9 months. Median life of a GBM patient is 9 months, and today I am at double that duration. So initially I also got a shock of it. I'm going to survive only for 9 months. I had plans for more than next 9 years. So 9 महीने में क्या कर सकते हैं? कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. So totally shattered and broken down. And I think I broke down on many occasions. But
Yeah, but there were a lot of doctors who told us this, कि Google पे मत पढ़ना please. क्योंकि
it was my children, my wife, my parents, my brother, his family, since we stay in a joint family. So they all said कि Google Pay, it is only a case study of one person. You do not know what was his physical condition otherwise. You do not know at what stage it got detected. You do not know how well whether he could be the person, 9 months liya hai life expectancy, whether that person could be operated upon or not. Could he take the balance of the treatment of radiation and chemos? So we do not know all those things. So it is only just one figure of 9 months. So don't go by that. So this is what it is. Do not Google on whatever your ailment is. And if you want to Google it only because these days Google is so easily available to everybody, and it gives you the itch that देखो सही कि क्या है Google पे. So if you want to say it, then ask somebody else to look for you, so that that person he can absorb some part of it, and he can only tell you whatever is required.
So we used to do that filtration for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he used to read, he used to come to know of some article, he used to push it to us कि भाई ये पढ़ लेना, देख लेना इसमें क्या लिखा हुआ. I don't want to read it. And we used to say, please you leave it. You don't have to read anything on net. So we used to read it. We used to filter it out, what is relevant and what is not relevant, and we used to pass on the information to him that this article says so and so thing, and it is very good. It is positive. बहुत अच्छा लिखा है इन्होंने, and it's going to treat you. It says there is treatment, and don't worry, you'll get treated. We'll be a fighter, and we have to fight it out. So that is, yes, foremost, most important thing which each cancer patient should understand, that do not go on Google. I mean, like, just switch off, because the more you read, there are different case studies, and you get a lot of negativity when you read all those things. So it's us who are reading it. We don't allow him to read on Google at all. Even the doctors, they get very angry when they come to know कि आप Google से कुछ search करके आ रहे हो और कोई questions पूछ रहे हो doctor को, so they get very angry. क्या Google से पढ़ के आए हो? Google से, please, Google की information यहाँ मत लेके आओ. So that is where we picked up that yes, everything what a Google tells you is not right. It's not 100% truth.
Definitely.
Next tip.
Next tip is
the diet.
Yes, the diet is definitely there. Like we know a few cases wherein people took a lot of paneer, milk, and all that stuff, and doubled their normal diet. So go by consult a good nutritionist who's specializing into this kind of ailments and nutrition for such people. Consult them, take nutrition whatever they are advising you, and like I took guidance from Zen Onco nutritionist, and to tell you very frankly, I have stuck to it since day one. I have not even at times. My wife tell me, "Okay, नहीं यार तुम खा लो कोई बात नहीं, महीने में एक बार खाया तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है?" I said, "No, if it is not good for me, it is not good for me. I will not take it. So what if I am not? If I don't take it even once in a month, I'm not able to lose anything. Okay, it's only a taste, na, that is okay. I can always control it. I can always control it. Initially, I did not like the taste of ragi atta or amaranth atta or quinoa and millets, brown rice, all that stuff. Slowly, I know it now. Okay, there's no other way out. I can't eat a normal chapati. So I have to be dependent on ragi, jowar, bajra, or amaranth atta only. All these other things. So if you read about them, they are good. A lot of people advise ki, okay, you must eat all these flours, not eat pure wheat atta. So you got to develop a taste for it. But it took me some time. See, I come from a background wherein before I got this ailment, I could eat anywhere, I could eat anything, anywhere. I don't have did ever have to think twice. कि मैं खा सकता हूँ या नहीं खा सकता हूँ. So when it came with this diet came with so much of restrictions. So even today also, I wonder कि यार कभी घूमने जाएंगे तो कहीं पे भी हम रुक के किसी रोड साइड ढाबा पे खाना नहीं खा पाएंगे. So that at times it troubles me. ठीक है. Then I talk to her. She says कि don't we'll cater for something. क्योंकि जहाँ पे भी जाना है आज की तारीख में we will be going by our own car. Either we will hire a cab or we will be driving it down.
So I'm the one who's always telling you, don't worry about the logistic. वो मैं manage कर लूँगी. आप बस चलने की बात करो, कहाँ घूमने जाना है, we are on. And I'll manage all the logistic. कैसे पकाना है, कैसे खिलाना है, वो सब मेरी जिम्मेवारी. I will do it. You just be stress free regarding your meals. I'll take care of it. In the journey, I just forgot to tell you that he is into a lot of pranayam. So he does breathing exercises every day morning. It's only those chemo days when he's not able to do it, but otherwise it's been a year that he is trying to spend maximum time, at least minimum 1 hour of Anulom Vilom and Kapalbhati. These two pranayams he's doing, which is very, very important for any cancer patient, any kind of cancer patient. They must oxygenate their body to maximum level. That is the third tip I would say after the diet.
As far as the diet is concerned, keep your body alkaline. Like a lot of people say, have that some alkaline water is there. They look for some that alkaline water plant at their homes. That cost a few lakh rupees. Don't go for that. Keep your body alkaline. Have citrus fruits. Have nimbu pani at least a glass or two during the daytime. If somebody can like the taste of apple cider, have 2 teaspoons of apple cider in the morning, empty stomach. Like 30 ml and 60 ml. 30 ml of apple cider and 60 ml of water. Like what the most of the people who go to the bar, they do it. So do the same thing for apple cider also. So that will make your body alkaline. Once your body is alkaline, eat fruits and vegetables as advised by the nutritionist. That will also help you in keeping your body alkaline. Processed food is a big no. Then as far as
so he's off sugar, like absolutely no to sugar, no to dairy products, no to animal foods, and wheat and rice. These are few things which is absolutely anything which has carbs in it, he doesn't take. So that is what is our first thing when we go to market to buy anything. We just read, what are the ingredients in it, and what values it has, nutritional value. So anything which has carb, it's a big no for him. We don't give him. It's absolutely zero carb diet for him, which is probably helping him out. And yes, he also takes Cucurmin tablets in the morning. one of his
There's a
friends.
curcumin, that's basically haldi. Haldi is what curcumin. That's a compound, chemical compound in haldi is curcumin. So there are some tablets available in the market which is fortified. That is basically for cancer patients only. See, curcumin gets absorbed in a body only when it is taken along with black pepper. So these fortified tablets are, they've got black pepper on in it, along in this, and it gets absorbed in the body when it is in the presence of some fat. That's why we add curcumin or haldi in our food, because food mein normal natural oil is there. So since I am not taking any refined oil, I think I take a teaspoon of or two teaspoons of virgin coconut oil after having curcumin tablets. So there is a fat available in my body, and the whole thing gets absorbed into my body. So these are few dietary changes one has to make, and plus vitamin C, more of vitamin C, more of cruciferous vegetables like cabbage and broccoli, black peppers, bell peppers, yellow, red, whatever. And as somebody, I was reading it yesterday only somewhere, that person has 9 different colors of.
It came on Zenonc only, rainbow colors of.
I think Mehul is written somewhere that he takes 9 different colors of diets in a day. So I was just trying to figure out what would be those 9 different colors. Of course, since
it's manageable, I feel. It's just that you have to frame your mind.
Since in the US, so you must be getting a lot of berries which are not available here in India. But of course, you can always work out something else. Pranayam is one thing. Remaining positive, don't think about the tailment. Like first thing which a lot of people ask me, कभी तुम्हारे दिमाग में ये तो नहीं आया कि मुझे क्यों हुआ? I said no. It never came to my mind कि मुझे क्यों हुआ? I said because there are a lot of good things have also happened in my life. When I joined my job, I was in the first attempt. I paid for the interview. I got selected. Whenever I wanted to change my job, whichever interview I appeared, I got selected. But that time, I never asked God, how come I am getting selected in the first attempt itself? So when the goodies were coming, I never asked question anybody why it's in the first attempt. So when it's something bad has happened or not so good that has happened, I should have been questioning the Almighty why He has given it to me. Yes, no, when I do agree, and I will confess in front of my wife, yes, when I am in one of those lows, some days I also get to my lows, I do say कि हे भगवान क्या दे दिया तूने यार ये, why this ailment? But ठीक है, वो I just went out my anxiety or anger or whatever you can want to call it.
So the tip here for the caregiver is that, accept and let the person express. The person who's suffering must be allowed to express, and you should not get affected by that person's feelings, because he or she is the one who's actually dealing with it. We are just outsiders. We all are outsiders. It's that person who's actually into that journey is the one who's suffering, and a lot of thought processes. We can't even understand what all goes inside their mind at times. So we just need to be supporters, be positive. The caregivers need to be more positive than the sufferer, because we need to have that charming, that big smile on your face, and tell them that yes, we are there for you, and life will go on. And it's very easy to say that be positive. At times, when people used to tell him be positive, he used to get very angry and he used to say, what is this be positive? Somebody teach me how to be positive. So we used to tell him, it's okay, relax, leave it, don't be positive, be negative as much as you want. We are there for you, and we will fight it out. It's perfectly fine.
Just to conclude, it is that take things in your stride. जो आया है उससे जूझना तो पड़ेगा. अगर आप हार मान लोगे तो वो जीत जाएगा. अगर आप हार नहीं मानोगे तो उसको हार माननी पड़ेगी. तो
it's the same, what people tell for COVID, कि COVID को बाहर फेंकेंगे and we'll fight. It's same goes for any kind of ailment. One has to accept and one has to fight it out. If we give up obviously that thing will get more, prominent, and it will come on you. We've just been reminding ourselves every day, every moment, that we have to fight it out, and we are fighting, and we will continue to fight till such time God has given us the energies. And I'm sure God is always there to support his bachas. So it's easier said, once again I'm saying this, it's easier said to be positive, but then you can always, deviate your mind process, let go. The caregiver needs to let go, and the person who's suffering needs to accept, first and foremost, accept what is happening to his or her body, and then carry forward the treatment beautifully. With all the, there are we should not shut ourselves down. We should search, we should talk to people. We should, it's not shame to have an ailment. People shy away, they don't like to talk. I believe after joining Zen Onco is that, and after talking to so many people, that the more you share, the more, easier it is to do away with that pain. And then end of the day, you realize that there are sufferers all over the world. You're not the only one. And then everyone, when they share their success stories, it gives you a boost, and you find out your, uh, your takeaways from that particular thought or that particular journey, and then you learn and you grow, and it definitely gives you a positive push to fight. So that's very important, that we should not analyze and never compare yourselves with your, like, someone else's journey and your journey. It's absolutely different. Each one is different individual. किसी के साथ बहुत अच्छा हुआ है, किसी के साथ बहुत बुरा हुआ है, but then the journey is same for everyone. We have to fight it out till our
You
last
just have
breath.
to find the inspiration in others' journeys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially like
yeah.
today only when I read Mehul's journey, though I know that he is very cancer free, but today when he wrote that, okay, that he's got so much of other issues, as he lost all his teeth because of the radiation in the throat. He had a throat cancer. So because of the radiation, he lost all his teeth. So if I go through all that, it has so much of painful. Like when doctors told me, okay, I'll lose my hair, I said, fine, यार कोई बात नहीं. अब इस एज में आगे बाल निकल भी है तो doesn't make a much of a difference. They're just of hardly any aesthetic value to me. But when the day I actually lost them, there was I felt slightly depressed. But then I said, they'll come back, they'll grow back again. Not an issue. See, so if I all these stories, they give you a lot of motivation. When Mehul says, okay, this is how he's taking care of things at his end. So, and to tell you very frankly, whenever Mehul used to join on that Zen and Co sessions on Sunday evening, I used to actually envy him. यार ये तो अभी इसको stage 4 throat cancer हुआ, and he has been able to get out of it. So what magic did he do? I used to actually envy him. But today when I read what he's written, कि नहीं यार, okay, I may be envying him, but still he is going through that, some part of that pain. Still, the remnants of that pain are still there. So on the outside, it might look like, okay, he's cancer free, but there are other pains. So fine, take care. For me, maybe a few years down the line, or sometime few months down the line, I'll also become cancer free, and we'll cross that bridge. Whatever pains happen that time, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. So that's what it is. And first, as my wife said, be positive. Do not read on Google about an ailment. It will only give you a one-sided story. And yes, but definitely read on one. Somebody made a statement on Google that doctors gave him 5 years of 5 months of life, and that patient, he's also GBM case, my case only, has written, I'm still thriving at 15 years. So I've got that statement. Doctors gave him 5 years, he's still thriving at 15 years. So doctors gave me 9 months. My first doctor gave me 9 months. At least as of today, I'm striving at 18 months.
Thank you.
So I go with that. Thank you very much to Zenonco and the entire team of Zenonco to giving us this opportunity to share our journey. And so that if I am able to touch even a single soul, I think the pain which me and my family has gone through, and if we are able to comfort even one single soul, I think our pain is totally gone. The pain will be worth it. So very much once again, thanks to your entire team, and we wish that you continue to do this yeoman's job and keep improving lives of so many cancer patients, the caregivers, the people who go through this journey and who are still fighting, enduring this journey. Thanks once again. Thank you very much.
To everyone out there, be a Fauji, be a true spirit, keep fighting. We all are Faujis and we are going to fight it out. All the best. God bless everyone.
Thank you for
Namaste.
very, very positive words. And thank you so much, Anita ji and Vikas ji, for joining today and sharing so many beautiful tips and things that you have followed and have helped you. So have a great, great day ahead. Thank you.
Same to you, Manvi. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, Manvi.
Bye-bye.
Bye.